couple people not back yet. Hopefully everybody's watching the video while Cal's getting the 4-H add-on configured.
I just realized I installed it on my laptop and on my desktop. I'm going to put it on real quick.
Please say is I will be whispering those that don't have.
And in the meantime, we need to get ready for Trash.
Yeesh.
Olaf, you back?
I see no mag and Sulu I don't have. Get it?
Just installed and relogged.
You ready to start?
Got some pally buffs counting down.
Here's your spirit. Definitely stun. That one oddly likes to come if you pull any of the ghouls first.
Ghouls?
The ghouls. Not always, but he's weird on threat. We have a pull. Healers be ready. Stack them up. Draw 4 together. Disarm. Good. There is one path that's got a long path, comes all the way into this room. That's the annoying pack.
Oh, I thought there were 2 of them.
There's one that comes all the way up here, the other one doesn't come all the way up here. It goes to the other room.
I thought they both came into here last time.
They did.
The other one
There it
actually
is,
comes
speaking
out.
of.
There's one.
Back up, back up.
Let him get in the center of the room before you pull. Ranger. Back here. Back here. Back here.
Let's get ready to pull these.
Yep.
Sorry.
Of course. Go ahead.
Oh, get him!
Your friends are coming. farther.
Remember the second you're coming all the way in. Good thing is, at least these two paths are out of the way. They're the annoying ones.
All right, let's do it.
We'll fight the gargoyle at the top of the steps. Whenever you can get them. Just stay top of the steps so we're not in line of sight. Burn them down, skull first. Just tank them on top of each other. That way people can cleave.
Do we need to worry about another path?
Now that we aggro from up top. Well, they say that. Never aggroed them from up top. If you're on the steps, yes. Just back up whenever you need.
Well, Brady, get the Four Horsemen add-on if you can. ASAP.
Just waiting a little minute. Get ready, tanks. Right. Again, top of the stairs. Blast away. Take them on top of each other. Wait, did that one.
I said blast away.
I did.
Just on top of the stairs. You can't do shapes, colors, names, or sounds. I think he's gonna recognize that.
But wearing a pretty dress.
Does that dress give you intelligence?
No. Damn. A lot of stamina though.
That's the slot. That's right.
It's a fun dress.
Oh, that's a lie. It gives you intelligence.
A little.
But now, let's keep going.
Same thing as always, line of sight these, whatever. Let's go first.
Four more pools.
Don't forget your disarm on these guys. I want to save for when they enrage though.
Yep.
I saw that down there. That was funny. Okay.
Remember, don't cross in.
Four tanks in the front will need fire resist. The 4 tanks in the back will need shadow potions. So if you want to pre-pod, fire pods, and shadow pods, you can do that now.
The back far right guy is the chain lightning guy, right?
Right. Back right is the one that you have to be very careful as you go to him. You basically go straight through the platform, then around to the left to get to him. You can't go straight to him, otherwise you're chain healers. Shadow on the ground, pool guys on the back left, meteor guys on our far left, and hit like a truck guys on our right.
Alright, I have everything set up. I have pull ready as off tank, top right, safe, and Tango as top left, safe, and everybody has what you posted originally in the tank channel, J-Tor. And I'll sync that through.
I reposted in the tank channel again, just so tanks take a look at the tank channel so you can see where you're starting and where you're at the safe. A means you're starting on that boss, you're tanking it. B means you're in the safe zone.
Everyone should have their assignments now.
No, that's not obnoxious to
You can drag it to whatever size you want from the bottom right.
I've got my broken reel, and I've got. Let's see. I'm definitely gonna need to redo Pawn. Need a gift.
Any tanks need chops. But I trade with J-Tor if you need the chop.
Does everyone see an orange dot somewhere on the map that's got a little skull on it?
Yes.
That's
do.
your spot. That's where you belong. The
Don't go there
blue
now.
dot. Don't go there now. But that's going to be your spot when the fight starts. That's where you go first.
Is the list of names at the bottom the other people at that spot as well?
Yep.
For example, bottom
the other
left
people in your
is-
group, yes.
Okay.
And then the blue skull dot is the place where you're going next. And it is your turn to move.
So just as a friendly reminder, we ran over this tanks should be pretty familiar with their rotation. Coldred, you weren't here for it. Are you familiar with this one?
Not at all. I have no idea what I need to do as a tank.
So you are off tanking. Looks like back right. So that's going to be Zelik. He's the guy that chain lightnings. So what you're going to have to do is run to the back of the room and then run along the wall to get over to him to then taunt him. At 3 marks, you're going to need to run in, taunt it off. And then after your 3 marks again, this add-on will do it for you and tell you where to go next. You're just going to shift back to the safe zone, and then it's going to be to the other side.
Alright, safe zone's in the middle, isn't it?
Correct. It's going to be right in front of the platform that we're looking at.
Just at the bottom of those steps right in front of us.
Okay.
But your boss, Zelik, that's the most important one, because right where you see the blue and the X right now, you're going to basically go right to where the blue is, straight back against that wall, and cover the wall to the left, follow it all the way over to the right, and then taunt off the guy. You can't go to where the moon and really to the X is as you're running back, because if you do, you might chain a healer.
So you want me to stay in the middle until what time? When do I need to move to the back of the room?
When the other tank gets the 3rd mark, the add-on will tell you when to move, but essentially when the tank gets the 3rd mark, you should leave from the safe zone and start your journey over to him. By the time you get there, he's got a 4th, you taunt off and he gets out of there.
Gotcha. Okay.
You just can't chain the healers, because the healers will be standing right about where the moon is, maybe a little bit closer.
Cal, as lead, you're able to do that, right? Like, step it through the marks.
Yes, I can. Did we want to go do it in that room?
Yeah, let's do it in the room we did before, just to do a walkthrough really quick. So, I will start off in my corner.
Will we be able to see the add-on change through that?
Yep.
Yes. So I will start the
Okay.
encounter immediately, or I'll time the marks to go up.
Everybody should stack on the yellow star.
Hey, which direction is the bottom?
So where the yellow star is the bottom left.
Where I'm standing right now and
Or
jumping
to that
is where the entrance to the room would be. We're gonna come in the room, go straight over to the side. Jet's gonna bring in only the people that need to go in first.
And the Void Walkers, for example, are where the tanks are going to drag their bosses. So, for example,
Can we
Mograine will
move
be
that?
where the X is.
Can we move that star back to the corner here, guys? Thanks.
Seconds, do the marks go out?
Can you,
Okay, good.
so everybody stay where you're at the start of this fight. If you want, you can /follow JTOR. For those that are tanks that are going to go in, or healers that are going over to Mograine, they would be following me. But basically, when we start the fight, we run up to this skull right here. We don't pull the bosses, but you have to be in a straight line. So once we do that, we'll do a timer. Once we get the timer, then the tanks will come out. Each one of the first 4 tanks that are the 1As will grab their target and run to whatever boss they're supposed to be tanking. Yeah, okay, you don't follow through all that, but okay.
Yeah, sorry, I've got you on /roll and I have not taken it.
So everybody, let's go back here. I want to make sure the tanks understand, so everybody stop following me. Just the tanks. We want the tanks to regroup. So we'll do the tanks first. So the tanks will go up. We'll stop ahead. We'll do the timer. Okay, pull. Go grab your target and run it to where it's supposed to be. tank in the safe zone. Who are we missing? Cold ready.
Sorry, where do you? I was at the skull. That's where you wanted me.
Right. So when we pull, the 4 tanks grab their targets. Right. Let's do this again. All the tanks
4
back.
off tanks go into the safe zone.
Right. So this is just the tanks. I want to
And
make
the
sure.
safe zone is where the vulture is?
No, the safe zone's in the middle of the platform. Where Alana is jumping up and down, that's the safe zone.
Yeah, it'll be at the bottom of the stairs on the platform.
Okay.
Basically, the spite flare is the platform.
Gotcha.
So what we'll do is, now that we're at the skull, this is what we'll do during the fight.
5, 4.
When it hits 0, you go grab your
2,
target if you're tanking
1.
first, or go to the safe zone. So I should have 1 tank at each of the corners and 4 tanks in the safe zone. Yep, good. Go ahead and simulate marks.
Cal.
Don't move yet, tanks. Don't move yet. Nobody should be moving. Fair, get back.
Okay, I'm just trying to go to my spot.
No, this is just tanks.
Thanks.
A little bit faster, Cal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it timed. I had it in real life.
Which is good.
All right. Yeah, there's 12 seconds from each. We're at Mark 2, so tanks. Once it hits Mark 3, that's when you go and run to your other tank to relieve. Move, tanks.
Got deeps.
Yells at you.
Okay, now
One.
cold ready. It's actually opposite what you just did. So just cold ready, come back, stop. So where he's tanking him, if you ran the way you did, you would run right through the healers. So when it's your turn, this is what you got to do. You run straight back, and then against the wall, you come up this way. That way you don't taunt off him, and then he leaves the same way. So go ahead, you've been relieved, Bushy. Go ahead and run back. See how Bushy's running?
You gotta get close to the wall.
Yeah, I realise this goes on the actual room. It just goes straight up to the far end and then come around. But I wasn't quite sure where the far end of the room was in this room. So
Yep. Yeah, because
I got it. I think.
All right. Cool. And then when you switch, somebody taunts off you. You do the same thing again, right?
And keep in mind that's only on Zelik back there in that.
And only on Zelik. Zelik's the only one you have to do that on.
On the other side, when you're switching to that side, that's Lady B. She's the one with the void zones, so just don't stand in the void zones on that one.
Yeah, so I'm going to go relieve Tanko. You're just going to make a beeline to him, dodge all the little shadow circles on the ground, taunt off him. Okay, Tanko, go. The biggest thing is you're going to have the horse's butt in the corner. The horse will be facing you. So you're not in the corner, the horse is. Make sense?
Do you want to have everyone do it now with the marks since we all have our assignments?
Alright, I think Tank's kind of got it.
Just heals.
Go ahead. Yeah, if you want to do heals, Cal.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing the same thing. I'd like to mimic, following J-Tor up there. The healers that need to, which would be the ones on the left side.
In tanks, you can mime with this too. This is for the healers to get their spots, but you should just mime it. So yes, we have it.
Before we move on, I just want to call out one thing for the tanks that weren't here last week. That we're going to do. So Cold Ready is going to relieve me. I'm going to come back to the safe zone. Then I'm going to go relieve Tanko. And then the next time I go back to this safe zone, I'm then going to go relieve, I guess, Tanko again, but from the top right corner again.
Yeah, we discussed that you switched side.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure the new tanks got that as well.
Yeah.
It's basically you're on the left, then you're in the middle, then you're on the right, then you're in the middle, then you're on the left.
And all that will be covered by the add-on too, so this is our chance to see it. So are all the healers here by the skull and the tanks?
Should we come in even if we are on the right eventually?
If you're on the top right, it would not hurt.
Just so you can stay in range of your tank.
And if you're a healer on the bottom left, you don't follow the skull. You just stay right there, and the tank will bring it to you. That way you're already in position. Same thing with the DPS.
5,
Alright, so we do the pull
4,
timer. The tanks are going to go grab their
2,
target.
1.
And you're in
Go to
position.
your position. I didn't see everybody. First mark. Second mark. Remember, this is just healers and tanks. Third mark, tanks go relieve.
Group at Skull all moved to the next spot. Does that seem right?
Four. Nice job, what Cold Ready and Wishy. Six. There you go. Yep, exactly right. Like I said, Zelok's the rough one. That one, it takes a little practice, but once you get it, it's easy. Mark 8.
We're not doing DPS yet.
No, not yet. Some people were following, yeah. Alright, tanks, you feel comfortable?
Hey, Coach Ready, when you're
except for the switch to when the first bosses die, remember to start going into the second.
We'll worry about that when we get to it, because
that's okay. Other than that, good.
What tends to happen? Hold on. What tends to happen is instead of 4 marks, we do change out the tank rotation. A lot of times we'll say, okay, Cold Ready, go relieve Bushy. Bushy's got 2 stacks. It gives us a lot more things, so we don't have to take as much damage. But we'll worry about that once the front 2 bosses are done.
Hey, this is a dumb question, but the bosses aren't stuck to their spots, right? Like if I start to move early, he's going to come with me, right?
Yes. So what you have to do is when that tank comes in to relieve you, you do not move until that tank has aggro. Then you can move. And if a taunt gets resisted, you're both taking extra marks until the other tank gets it.
That's why the rail's so important.
Yep.
All right, the second tank position, I don't go the original route, do I?
Correct,
Go
yeah.
direct.
You just go directly to the left.
Yeah, you just go straight to them. Just, there'll be shadow things on the ground, just don't run through them, go around them. You can't miss them. They do a shit ton of shadow damage.
Alright, it's done.
And you won't want to charge unless you're a druid. Because you already have 4 marks from one boss, maybe 2 from a different one. Okay, so I think the tanks and the healers got theirs. This time just DPS. The easy ones.
Okay, you want me to start it for the DP?
Yep, go ahead and start it for the... Well, let's get up here. Everybody follows me straight up. Single line. Watch your pets, because Shriki just pulled the boss.
And just to reiterate, what Jed's saying is that if you're going in with him there, you put him on follow. Don't try to follow him in a straight line, because if you're off slightly, you will pull the boss.
Go in like this, you're fine. You go in like this, you just pull the boss. Because now we're not in line of sight. That's why we use the line of sight up to that. Yep, Shriek, you just pulled the boss again.
I'll just dismiss your pets before the fight.
Yep.
Alright, we're in. I'll do the pull timer.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Run to your spot. Don't follow the skull if you're not on the add-on for that.
Healers, you can stay put. This is just DPS.
The orange is where you are. The gray is where you're gonna go. Yep. Yeah. Mark 3 is when you start to move. And if you're going over to Thane, watch if there's a meteor getting ready to come down. You want to wait for that meteor to hit before you move. Somebody had something to say?
I didn't know if you can hear me because I just got logged out.
You know.
It's like DPS over here.
Yeah, you guys on X just standing off of him like you're range attacking him, or what? There's no one on X. We'll just go stand on him like you're killing him, even though you're ranged.
Just remember the skull target right here in this corner, Thane, is the one that's meteor. So you have to group up for Thane.
Yeah, you kind of need to be standing on top of the tank. That includes healers over there.
Healers also stack on Thane, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, skull is pure just stack.
I think the healers need another run. I think there were some mistimed movements.
Alright, well let's stop this for the DPS. Looks like they get it. And let's run it for everyone one more time. Then do another blueberry we can drop here. Right where we're standing right now, Jet, I'm going to take your skull away and give yourself a different symbol. So we put the skull blueberry.
Do not continue. Turn back while there's still time.
Alright, put Jet on follow if you plan on going in right at the beginning.
So if you're in the bottom left, you're not going to be following me in. So if you're orange in the bottom left for Thane, you're not going to follow me in. Alright, if you have me on follow. Alright.
5, 4,
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Just follow the add-on.
You have too many.
Don't forget, on skull you have to group up. Pretend he's casting all kinds of nasty AoEs. This is meteors.
Watch for meteor before you leave out from Thane.
with my tank.
There's a DBM timer, so just want to make sure. Where's your tank for? Oh well. Like I said, don't leave until you're sure he's got aggro. Because his taunt, just don't. When it's time to change 2 tanks, you should just be doing white damage, right? Don't stop your bloodthirst and all that. Because if he taunts, but you bloodthirst and heroic strike over it, you might get aggro back. And I'm purposely not moving. Just trying to get a view of everything going on. Taunt resist. Duh. Okay, you're good. Yeah, you two are fine. Just that's something the other tanks have to be aware of.
You gonna resist? Use your challenging shout.
No, because it'll go right back to the other person. That's only a short-term thing.
I've got my reel.
Okay, I think this is... Anybody have questions not clear what you have to do? The goal being when these 2 front bosses are dead, then everybody that was rotating in the front will park it right here in the safe zone. We can do range DPS on the moon. You're not going to DPS
Yeah, when we get to the back 2 bosses, no melee are going to be on the back right.
Now, ranged, we get to that point, I'll show you where you can stand and DPS that one easily from range. It's against the wall here.
Let's group up in the center and rebuff.
Let's rebuff and let's give this a shot. Let's remove all the marks.
Hey J-Tor, when I pull Zeliak to his position at the beginning, is it okay to run straight there that time, or should I still do the thunder?
Oh, you can run straight there across. That's the only time you can do that.
All right, thank you.
Goal being you want to get them there as quickly as possible. All the tanks do, because the slower it goes, the more marks from the others you're going to get, which cause damage, right? It also means at the start, DPS leave the bosses alone until they're in their spot.
Tanks from south.
They may only have a heroic strike on them. That's not going to hold it for long. This is our one shot.
Hey, so the broken reel, that's let's see, minute and 15-second cooldown. So, like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to use that every time I taunt, right?
No. Yes.
Is there enough time in between?
Yes.
Is it 12 seconds per mark?
48 seconds. 48 seconds. You run in, I taunt the boss. I'm here for 4 marks, pretty much, 48 seconds. Then I run to the safe mode, 48 seconds. And then I go over here. Boom, it's already off cooldown.
Did you say 4 marks?
No, it'll be 4 marks by the time you leave. You're there for 3, your replacement tank's gonna start heading towards you at 3. You're gonna take the 4th mark before he gets there.
So when I'm in the safe zone, it cools down, and I'm ready to go the next time.
Yep.
Alright, when you're in the safe zone and running to the other boss, like, you'll still have those marks on you from the first guy.
He's talking about that.
Yeah, never mind.
They're real cooldown, right? So, okay, alright, I'll try that. Make sure, try to use it every time.
You said back tanks needed shadow pots?
Yeah, the back tank should have a shadow pod in effect. The front tank should have a fire pod in effect.
Just one?
And you should have as many as you can have because it's better to pop that than a healing pot.
Do we want to hold on that for now?
Well, we got some world buffs still. This is our first hit with world buffs. You want to go all out on this one?
I world buffs were a long time ago.
A lot of people did.
I have a couple GFPs, and you were saying tanks need them.
I've got plenty in my bags. Back tanks, Doc Tanko, Bushy, Cold Ready. If you need at least one open trade with me, I'm in the back.
Run tanks, you want fire resist? So put on your fire resist gear. Allies will use fire resist aura in the front, shadow resist in the back. Just keep that in mind if you move from the front to the back. You're going to want to change your auras.
Alright, is that buffs?
That looks good. Yep, let's get into position.
I see 7 people with Inch remove Sal and Cold Ready and
Stop right here. Now it's very important when we get into position, you stay against the wall. So when we go into position, we're going to go to the left along that wall.
Remember, if you're going in with Jet, be unfollowed. Don't try to do it yourself.
Yep, stay along this wall. And stop right here until we get everybody in.
And if you just drank something that made you tipsy, you really don't want to follow Jet, right?
Crap.
Just follow not working correctly with that.
It does. You just keep an eye on it. You might need to correct. Balsa, where are you going, Balsa? Careful. Just being careful. You're right. That's where I'm going to go, but just want to make sure everybody's ready. So those people that are orange in the bottom left, you're not going to follow me up there. You're going to stay in that corner. The tank will bring it to you. Everybody else. Alright. Anybody that's going to be following me up to the skull, which includes all 6 tanks. DPS that are going to be on the other side. So let's do a raid check, make sure we're ready. Yeah, Zellick's chain is just a death.
I'm gonna enjoy killing these slack-jawed daffodils.
What's the name of the guy I'm taking?
Alright, so
don't worry about it.
Well, here's what you can do, tanks, to make your life easy. If you have me on follow, look to the left or right and target your target now. I have Thane targeted, so whoever has Thane can target me and take it.
Am I Thane?
Yes.
Alright,
Got him.
whoever's got Mograine, which is the bottom right, take my target.
Already got it.
Whoever's got Zellick, take my target.
Got it.
And whoever's got Lady Bravo, take my target.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, we're gonna go in, try to stay in a straight line. To the skull, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna do a 5-second DBM pull timer. Tanks, grab your targets at the end of the timer, and everybody else get to where you're supposed to be.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go, tanks, go. Remember, horse butt in the corner. make sure you're stacked. There's a meteor. Mark 3 coming up. Get ready to move.
Wait for the meteor. It's coming right after.
Watch out for the meteor. Yep. Make sure you're stacking up.
Got him.
Thanks, you can disarm.
Here comes Mark. If you're not already moved, meteor in 3.
We're being close on time.
Stack up in the safe zone. You don't want to be too close or too far away, otherwise you get
Sunders on Mograine. Sunders on Mograine.
Sorry, Olaf, that's all you.
Got him.
Get ready to move.
Got him.
Bushy's down.
Pick up Bushy.
Cold Ready's down.
There's 2 horsemen over here by Skull. I see dead healers around Skull who are too far away from the boss.
I didn't make it in time. Yeah, we here.
This is where shadow pods help healers too.
Run away, little girls. Please run away.
Now you won't be able to rest people unless you have to run in. Alright. That's why move to the gate. Move to the gate. Put white protection on the gate. Don't try to res anybody that's in the room. Only the ones that are at the door can be resed. Everybody else will have to run back.
That wasn't bad.
No, that wasn't bad. But this is where taking the pods helps for healers, tanks, everyone. Because each of these marks is doing shadow or fire. It helps.
Now,
So
in the back, I got 4 on the left and 5 marks on the right. Like, we might need to get moving earlier.
It's just how quickly the person gets there. If they move right when that 3rd mark ticks, they should get to you and be able to taunt, and you only take mark 4. It's all about timing for the tanks, right? They gotta be fast when it hits ding, 3, move. They gotta move.
We also have plenty of healers right now, like more than usual, so we should be able to get through that 5th, like Alina said. We did lose 2 tanks in the back though, Cold Ready and Bushy. What happened there? Did we just, because we're too low?
I had a ton of marks. I got 5 in the back right.
Healer?
It looked like we were losing healers at same. Like they were standing a bit too far away from taking front the meteors or something.
When Cal died, I saw her running in to get there, and the meteor hit her.
You gotta watch the meteor timers too.
It's me and the meteor, and the meteor drops.
My brain's
started
not
running,
working.
and I didn't make it.
What do we got?
Too many people talking at once. Cal, I think what Joe was trying to say is any healer that's running into skull position needs to watch the meteor timer as well. Make sure you're not running in right when the meteor's about to hit, because there's a good chance you'll get nailed by it while you're trying to run it.
Yeah, you want to move outside that doorway too once you're res. That way you don't accidentally do it. Plus the door will close and we'll be out here safe. Just be very careful. If you can't easily get the person, they need to run back.
Is there a range on how far he can target his meteor?
just saying, if he's going to drop the meteor, yeah. If you've already started running, you're halfway there, you're fine. If you haven't started moving yet, you might as well just stay that extra 3-4 seconds. Take the meteor with everybody else that move. You'll take an extra mark, but you won't take a single shot meteor, which will kill you. So the damage is split against all the people that are standing there. That's why you do that.
Healers cannot outrange it by just healing from Naxxramas. My question. They cannot. Is there an ideal time to use DPS cooldowns? Or not really?
Probably when you get the bosses down past half.
Yeah, we want to get Meteor Guy dead first.
So we had a good rotation going there. That was going pretty good until we lost tanks. You lose tanks, you're toast. The only time losing tanks is okay is if the front two bosses are dead. Yeah, we've been okay with the aggro. We lose aggro because the tank died.
Oh, the bottom two tanks are in fire resistance gear as well, correct?
Half and half. You need to have at least 4-piece tier 4. Sorry, tier 3 to get the extra percentage.
I see what you're saying, Bushy. So yeah, you don't have to go to the back wall. There's a circle on the ground. That's usually my sign of when I can start heading towards the other wall. I don't go all the way to the straight back wall.
Thanks. I was taking an extra circuitous route.
Yep, I mean, that's the safe route, but I mean, essentially I run through that circle that's in the back eye, and that's when I cut over to start heading to the right and follow the wall over. You know what I'm talking about? There's a circle on the floor, portal thingy.
Yeah, I think so. I think that that would explain why I was picking up extra marks besides the whole speed on the boots thing.
My flame walkers don't have the speed to boots. But yeah, I got
my goodness.
The 4-piece tier 3 and then just a mishmash of fire gear. I think, what am I at, 164?
That's fine.
I would guess with Mark, is that going to be enough?
That should be fine. Because we're 164 plus 60 from the Paladin Aura puts you about 200. You're good. Well, we also didn't lose you at the start, right? But what I would say is, and it's hard for you, Bushy, but once you hit the safe zone, pop a shadow pot.
All right, we can do that.
That'll take a couple marks. The rotation looks pretty good. Can't lose healers, we can't lose tanks. Make sure there's shadow buffs on the raid. Paladins, any issues with changing auras?
I forgot to do it the first round and then did it. So, better this time.
If you get to change, then your tank's going to take 20% more damage. Just put it that way. So it just means you're going to have to heal a lot more. Then you're going to, oh, I got to switch.
Got it.
Alright, so back tanks for shadow pods.
Yep, you should have a pre-potted shadow because you'll take marks on the way over. That'll actually help you until the healers get in position. We're going to do this again. Let's get the pally buffs out. That's a good point. Leave it on fire.
I mean, is our pally always going to be in range?
Oh, leave it on fire. That's a good point, though. Since we got shadow buffs in on stack. I don't usually heal this. We're going to tank it in our DPS. Ready check, make sure everybody's ready. Check your buffs, make sure you're not missing anything major.
Yeah, pally fire thing available for Doug.
You just moved out to a different group.
No paladin in your group. We got double paladins in 8 for whatever reason.
Yeah, replace them with Bushy.
I put in group 2. That way he's getting rangers. And Coldready.
You might need to check assignments. It looks like Does now DPS and Jespar as a tank.
Oh, because we changed groups?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's exactly it. You moved my people around.
Yeah, because they need the Pelior.
I can't talk to them now, can I? Basically, I'm gonna need Olaf to die, and then I can tank him for 15 seconds.
So I can just slow down the threat.
I mean, I'll have, what, 5-6 marks?
Go ahead and change 4H for the change. Takes a little bit of prep, guys. Just have patience.
Closed it, but Tanko was in the wrong spot. It looked like he had Airy as a tank.
We had too many people move. I couldn't keep track of where they were. Tango, where do you start at, and where do you tank?
Top left. Oh, I start safety, and then I go top left.
Top left safety.
They should be me and Doc.
Tanks, make sure you're being really careful about looking on the ground for that shadow circle. Don't stand up.
Okay, now is everybody where they're supposed to be?
Yes. Yeah, like I had to move quite a bit when I was up there. Because you the horse facing out, right? Like the butt in the corner.
Biggest thing is if you got to move a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right just to get out of the shadow circle, do that.
Yeah, and like I was just kind of worried because like there would be 3 circles right next to each other where I don't want to be trapped in there. You're like trapped in there, or like let the tank exchange go bad because it was just too close to each other. There's no room to get out.
Alright,
Get it set.
ready, another shot.
Stay to the far left against the wall. Against the wall. Follow if you need. Tanks, do you need your targets?
Nope, good.
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 Okay. We're going to run in. Just follow me. Alright. Speed up a little bit. We're going to do a 5-second pull timer, then tanks on you, then get to your spot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So he gets the orb. Get ready to move.
Looks like meteor's coming.
Meteor in 3 seconds. Move now. Stack on top of each other. Thing.
Close around.
Lock that meteor timer.
Get ready to move. Now you move. And you just drop. Manage if you need to in the safe zone.
Resisted.
Pull off, pop something. Get ready to move. Meteor in 2. Move.
Got him.
Meteor timer, watch it. Start popping some cooldowns, DPS.
Get ready to move. Move. Remember to manage, keep yourself alive, take your pods. Get ready to move. Meteor in 2. Move. Meteor coming in 4 seconds.
Don't forget disarm.
Got him.
4 DPS cooldowns around the shield balls. Is it 50 and 20% they do it?
You ready to move? Meteor in 3. Might want to stay.
Don't.
You're in a bandage. You don't bandage, you die. If you have to heal yourself, you die. Get ready to move on the next mark. Meteor in 3 seconds.
Got him.
Do you have the ability to get up and heal us?
Mograin's dead.
I see 3 dead healers.
Mograin tank to the safe zone.
Doc down.
Doctor is down.
Go down.
Need backup for Coldretti on the blue. Never mind. Need a tank over there. Got it. Or tax the dragon over there, Val. You grab it. It's on Val for Lady. Nice job, Vortex.
Fane's at 5%. Should we just burn him?
Burn him. Burn him down. Don't move from him. Just burn him.
Then if we get up any healer.
Move things down. Get to the safe zone. Battle res all the healers that you can. Stay in the safe zone.
I need
Stay in
someone
the safe
on
zone.
Moon.
Let him drop. Need a
Sorry, I need someone
replacement.
on Lady B. Tank.
Need a tank on the blue square. Tank replacement, blue square now. Go down.
Melee only on blue square. I need a tank.
Does almost to you. Does got it. Keep Val healed.
We good on Moon with tanks?
I've got 7 marks. I'm about to die.
Oh shit. Moon, we need a replacement on Moon. Get over there quick.
Olaf, you cannot run in like that.
Push, she's down.
Can't run through the healers. Need a tank to relieve Duh. Hurry. Don't.
Olaf to Olaf for Hinge.
Ladies loose.
I was coming. Olaf's got it.
How many you got there, Doc?
Heal all.
I've got 4.
Get him to that.
Olaf doesn't have any healers.
Run away, little girl.
Ladies over there. Don't stay in the shadow. That's a wipe. Alright, most of you are going to need to release and run back. You're not going to be able to res.
Get improved.
Yeah, that was fun until we got to the second half, and then everyone died.
The add-on doesn't account for the changes in tanks. So if you're tanking and you're getting marks, you got to be calling it out. That was our problem there. We did not have a proper tank rotation after that.